What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Mathis Real Estate Group show. Today, we're actually digging into a question we got about why did my neighbor's home sell for more money? As we head into the spring market, this is a very common question that we're getting as people go and they start evaluating the value of their home, and they look at the online website portals and the automated valuation models that are out there, and they often see that there's a discrepancy between their home price and their neighbor's sold home price. And they go, well, why is their home either worth more money or less money than mine? How are they coming up with these valuations? So we thought it'd be a great topic to do a quick video on and give you the 4 key things that we see that helps a person's home either sell for more money or it can hurt it and make it sell for less money. So the first big thing that all the valuation models and agents in general will look at is the size of the home. Square footage, right? That's the number one thing that you'll go back to, and this is the most common barometer that people use to compare one property to another, right? We often hear people talk about price per square foot. All that is where they take the value of a home, if it's $100,000, for example, and then they get the total square footage. They take that number, divide the square footage by the price, and then you come up with what we call the price per square foot. It's a good starting method to figure out if a home is worth more or less. And we use this based on area comps as well. So we'll take a total number of sold homes in an area, get the average price per square foot, and gives us a good working number to go off of whether your home is worth more or less. Now, size of the home also includes the size of the lot that it's on. And of course, location will determine whether those lots are more in demand or less in demand. This is especially happening right now in the urban areas. For us in Raleigh, there's not any more land inside of the urban center of Raleigh. So now we're seeing homes actually being bought and torn down to build bigger homes that people want. So this can also drive up the value of your home. If you're in an area where there's no more land to build, people will start looking at homes as tear downs, even if they're perfectly fine homes, to tear down and build another home on. Now, most automated valuation models go to public records, they pull up the tax number, they pull up a square footage of a home, and that's where they come up with your value, right? And that's where they stop. And this is where it gets tricky pricing a home, because if you stop on this first key point, you don't go any deeper than this, there's a lot of other things that can influence the price of your home. So the second key thing that we see influencing the price of a home is the style of the home. And by style, we mean what type of home is it? Is it a ranch home or is it a home that is a 2-story? Now, even if a 2-story home is bigger, ranches are typically a little bit more expensive or priced at a higher price per square foot, mostly because they take up more land because they're all on one level. Homes with master bedrooms that are downstairs, such as ranches, or 2-story homes that have master bedrooms downstairs, we're seeing this become more and more in demand, especially if you're in an area where there's an aging population where they don't want to deal with stairs anymore. So that will also influence, the value of a home is the style or the build of that home. The third key thing, and we actually did a whole video on this when we talked about how to stage your home, is condition. So condition of the home is something that those automated valuation models cannot get a handle on and really understand if you've done extensive updates to your home. So if your home is updated versus not being updated, it's obviously going to sell for more if it's been updated. So helpful renovations that we typically see in a home, new floors throughout. That's something that we see a lot. And if it's newer floors, like within the past 5 years, that's not something you have to worry about. However, if they're damaged or in disrepair, it's good to get them refinished or repaired, but flooring alone will help you drive up the price of your house. Painting. We talk a lot about paint. It's one of the cheapest solutions out there to make everything in your home feel new again and help those buyers be able to envision themselves in your home. And then if you're doing any major renovations in the house, we always recommend spend your money in the kitchen or spend your money in the master bathroom. Those are the two key areas that people will spend a lot of time in their homes. So they always go there and look, because the kitchen is a gathering point where people will come in, families will gather in there. You'll see a lot of dinners in there, things of that nature. So families look at, is the kitchen space open? Is it conducive to me having people over? Is it fun for me to cook in? Is it fun for my family to be in? They're looking at all those aspects. So if you're gonna renovate something in your home, we always advise, look at the kitchen first, master bathroom second, and then you can do additions to the house. You can look at things outside, things of that nature. When you also look at condition, we always talk about landscaping. And when people hear landscaping, they sometimes get a little intimidated and they think, oh man, I have so much work to do with my landscaping. I have all this stuff I need to get done. And really it's just about being neat and tidy. So when we think of conditions of homes, we think when I pull up to it, is this home look like there's gonna be a lot of work for me, or I'm going to hire a lot of people to come out and get this home back in working order, or does it look like it's been well maintained? And the third part of that condition piece is people look at the major items, right? So we've talked about this before in our inspection videos, and we really dig in on this. So if you haven't seen it, go check those videos out. But big ticket items, the two big ones that they really look at are the roof. Is the roof in good repair? If there's a lot of trees around you and the roof is covered in like pine straw or leaves, or it has streaks on it, that's something that will cause people to think that the home's not in great condition. Also, if we see a roof that is older or it has a lot of patches on it, that's typically an indicator that there could be some issues. And since roofs are typically a high dollar item or a high ticket item to fix, people do pay attention to that. The other one that they pay attention to when it comes to condition is the HVAC system. So the age of the HVAC system, when was the last time it was serviced, all of that stuff will factor into the price of your home. Now, I'll tell you this, the roof and the HVAC are considered by appraisers to be maintenance of the home, right? So they say that it does not impact the value of the home. However, I advise you to put your buyer hat on for a second and think about if you were going out to look at homes and there were two completely identical homes. One had a brand new roof and a brand new HVAC system on it and the other one didn't. Which one would you prefer? Right? You would probably prefer the one that has all the new stuff on, because you know those high dollar items are not something you are going to have to worry about. The fourth key part of this about why someone else's home may have sold for more than yours, or it might be valued more than yours, is the presentation of the home. So again, we've done previous videos on the marketing of homes. The big piece of that is the staging of the home. How does your home feel when you walk into it? We see a lot of times where sellers come and have us look at their houses, and we walk in the door and it's a great floor plan, but if it feels cluttered, if it feels like there's no room in that house, then it can hurt the value of the home. And it also, if it's so over personalized to you, buyers have a really hard time. You gotta remember, they're often seeing several homes in one day. So if all they can remember is, I can't picture myself in that home, they can get caught up in those details. So staging of a home is really, really important. And the other piece of this is the marketing of the home, right? So we've talked about where we have three big things that we look at when we're selling someone's home. Marketing's a big piece of that. Is it getting the best exposure possible? The more people that see your home, typically we see a higher sales price, right? It makes sense, because the more people that see it, the more chances there are of multiple offers being brought in, maybe having a bidding war on your home, having people being interested at a high level is important to selling your home. So marketing is a key piece of that. So those are the four key things when you're thinking of why is my neighbor's home valued for more than mine, or why did it sell for so much more than what my value is. Size of the home is important, the style of the home is important, condition of the home, super duper important, and then the presentation of the home. One thing we have to also advise, this just ticked off in my brain here, is when you're looking at presentation of the home, be careful when you're comparing homes. If someone sold it for sale by owner versus using a real estate agent, we often see there's a big difference in the net profit for those two types of home sales. So all those things factor in to selling your home, and also in evaluating why somebody's home may be worth more, or maybe not worth as much as your home. And if you're curious about all all that, let us help you. We're doing CMAs for a lot of our past clients right now. They're all curious about, their home price increases. Tax values were released recently, so we're really digging into those numbers with our people. Some of them saw significant gains in the equity on their homes, and now they're in the thought process of, well, what's the home really worth? And we're often seeing that sometimes those values are not quite correct. Some of them are often lower, sometimes they're a little bit too high, but sometimes they're a little bit too low of what you could get on the open market right now. And as always, there is an inventory shortage. So if you have any thoughts at all about selling your home, and you've gone and you've done some backleg work and you've got some numbers in your head and you're just curious if they're the right amounts or not, let us know. We're happy to do a quick CMA on your home, really give you a good market analysis of what's going on in your area and help you figure out the actual price for your home. So you can reach out to us on our website, mathisrealestategroup.com, or you can call or text us 919-867-1400, and we look forward to answering any questions you may have on the value of your home.